No cap, y'all need to pay Klarna back. Like,
Why the fuck didn't y'all pay back y'all Klarna debt?
So, hi, Bry, how you doing?
Welcome back. Today we're talking about Klarna.
Which is funny because like I heard that like they're going bankrupt. Apparently, I hear it's not true. Actually, they just lost some money, but doing fine. Fun thing enough, I'm on my PlayStation looking at PlayStation Store for free games of the month. And I see, oh, Klarna is being used by PlayStation to like make PlayStation's $50 a month or something. Like, okay, I thought they were going bankrupt. Turns out they're not. He's lying to us.
We gotta pay them back, I guess.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Klarna is pretty much going bankrupt because no one is paying them back.
They're not.
Like, they have a record high number of users on the platform. They have 100 million users. But at the same time, no one is paying them back. So they literally reported $136 million of unpaid debt. Like $136 million that people are just not paying back, and they're just, saying fuck it. And now Klarna is at a major loss. Even though they have a record high number of users on the platform, there's more users who are just not paying that shit back. And that's because you guys are letting people finance groceries and finance DoorDash orders. And I feel like people are seeing that and being like, well, actually, if I just do my biggest one right now and then not pay you guys back, I actually am just not going to have to pay you guys back. And then I don't know how much people actually care about things affecting their credit. Like, I don't even think they're thinking like, oh yeah, like this is going to affect whatever, blah, 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 blah. I just think people are like, whatever, I'm running off on the plug right now. Like, literally people are running off on the plug, dead ass, with Klarna. They said, actually, yeah, I agree to all your terms and uses and all that. And they get their loan of whatever the fuck. And they say, yeah, but I'm not paying you back. And now Klarna is literally about to go bankrupt because, bitch, nobody is paying them back. And, like, honestly, with inflation and how shit is really set up, how is that gonna work anyway? You see what I mean? But anyway, oh well, Klarna, we will see. This will be interesting to watch, I feel.
And fun thing enough is that they're not. They're actually doing really well. They just lost like what, maybe $1 million in the first quarter. Past that point, they're doing really great.
Yeah, I don't know though. It seems like a bad business move, especially that a lot of people are getting fired and they can't pay their bills as it is. So, like, you're not going to get your money back.
Truly, I still don't know what Klarna's darn old business model is, how they make money really. Because they have, like, people say they have no, like, interest rate, right? And they don't really do credit checks. What is the play here? How you get money?
I guess they get paid by the companies that use them, I guess.
That does make sense. Like, that makes more sense, actually. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
PlayStation got that PlayStation money now, so Sony money, that's a lot. So,
Stop using Klarna, though.
for real. See, truly, if you need it, use it. If you don't. Some people like paying installments, but it's stupid sometimes.
Because it can get you into bad habits if you just do it, like, for everything, and then you lose track, and then you have to pay the late fee.
I cannot imagine paying for a $500 item for $50 a month, and then I had to pay like $60 to $70 for the item. If you don't know what I'm talking about, video games have gotten really expensive.
Yeah, everything has.
Everything has. No, I'm not doing that.
Don't get trapped.
I'm not.
I'm not doing it.
no cap, y'all need to pay Klarna back. Like, I need this app, because I actually use the app what it's supposed to be used for, but like big purchases, going to concerts, maybe even a trip, big purchases, maybe like a electronic or something like that, something that costs a lot of money to where I just don't want to put the big payment up front. And I actually pay them back, by the way. I actually pay the people back. Why are you guys not paying these dudes back? Now, if you're using Klarna to get a Chipotle bowl, we need to have a serious talk. If you're using Klarna to get any form of food at all, we need to have a serious talk and sit down and have a conference press. Like, because what are you doing? Why are you using Klarna to buy some Jordans? Come on now, you slicing the payments in four for some shoes, for some J's, bro. Come on, let's really be for real right now. I love Klarna, bro. I really love Klarna. Like, the fact that I can just not have to pay up $1,000 up front is great. I'm making big purchases because why would I use this on any purchase under $100? Like, it just doesn't make sense at that point. You're just wasting the app. Y'all need to have some type of sympathy for the people that actually use the app for what it's used for. Like, y'all need to just pay these people back. They're going bankrupt right now. They're literally going bankrupt and crying for you guys to pay them back. Pay them back, bro. Why don't you have enough money to pay for a Chipotle bowl, man? Come on, dog. You can't buy no tacos? Like I said, I don't know who's not paying these guys back, but please, man, just pay these guys back. I really need this app, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people need this app too, bro. Why y'all not paying them back? Get them people their money, bro.
I see a comment here that says just get a credit card, and I really do agree with that at that point because there's a lot of stuff there with that. I'm going to get a little political here. Walmart and Target right now are lobbying to have a bill passed through Congress that would actually mess up your credit card reward point thing. So call your senators and say make sure they don't pass whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. Look it up. It's a thing. I just saw it recently.
That's crazy, but at least you get reward points when you use credit cards.
For real. I'm sorry, I had to throw that in there. That's crazy. They should not be doing that mess.
Yeah,
stay away from my credit card points.
But just pay it if like you can pay it off before it gets to the point where you would actually get interest. I guess that's how it works.
Yeah.
Then at that point, just use a credit card.
Yeah. I truly do get it. It's not for me. I get people using Klarna to buy electronics because a lot of the time it must be crazy. I need a PC to run some stuff, do some work, and I want like the strongest one, so I want to go back and get it fixed all the time. $1,000 one, let me do some payments for that. Some installments. I'm fine with that. Past that point, also I wouldn't do that still.
Some people really need it, so like don't ruin it for the people that actually need it.
For real. There's no scam here. You can't.
Exactly.
There's no scam.
You can't.
Everyone trying to come to Klarna's defense saying, oh my God, they're going to go bankrupt. Don't ruin a good thing that we have. Pay your bills. Keep Klarna going. Zip it. The CEO of Klarna was on an interview last year saying that every job can realistically be replaced with AI right now. And to prove it, he replaced a fifth of his company, 700 workers, with AI. And this year has been backpedaling because he's lost billions of dollars because of it. Who would have thought that the CEO responsible for bringing the company's valuation from $45.5 billion down to $6.7 billion had more shitty ideas? He claims he wants to bring real people back to these jobs with remote gig contract type work, which to me sounds like someone would say something along the lines of, I know I was wrong, but I'm only going to hire people back until I'm right. Then I'll fire them again. Let's keep AI in medicine, where it can aid in medicine discovery, and farther away from the greedy CEOs looking to buy another yacht.
And that's the real reason they lost any money. And that's the real money they didn't. They're not going bankrupt. They're just stupid.
For real. And they're never going to use AI for medicine discovery because they don't want to. They want to keep people sick so that they can continue to profit from the high cost of medicine.
Quick 1 minute, not even 1 minute, 3-second CEO yap here. CEOs in high corporation companies will always do something and then pivot the opposite direction and act like they did not do no wrong. A wrestler just got fired recently who's been working for a company 27 years. And they're like, oh, yeah, we brought him back because that was part of the story the entire time. No, you didn't. The wrestler said you didn't. The wrestler said you didn't. Stop lying. These CEOs don't know nothing. They will always say, actually, this was a good idea here.
Exactly. Money hungry.
Money hungry.
That's all it is.
Buy now, pay later. It's like the old school installment loan. You pay for a quarter of whatever you're buying up front, and then you've got installments, usually 4 payments in total. So you make one now, and then if you pay those next 3 installments off, it's kind of a great deal. There's no interest, no worries, no problem. Okay, what if you don't make those payments? That's what Klarna has said. They said, oh, there are a lot of people who are using these plans. They're not making those next 3 payments. You can be subject to interest and penalties and fees. Could be a few dollars, could go up to 25%. So I think that a lot of people like the idea of buy now, pay later. But essentially, it is the same trap we often can get into with credit cards. We can spend more than we intend to, and we can actually see fees if we're not paying these off on time.
So do we think that what's happening is a lot of 20-year-olds are saying, look, here's a way to get 80% off sunglasses. You just buy them, pay this little fraction, and walk away.
I don't want to just throw shade on the 20-year-olds because all of us have that moment. Because when you check out online, you know that it immediately says, do you want to pay for this all up front or do you want to spread it out over time? So we're all falling for this. I think the problem is, as always, that, if we look back 5 years, we went through this COVID crisis, we built up our savings, the economy reopened, we spent through all those savings, and people still want to spend. Yeah. And credit cards and buy now, pay later plans, they allow you to spend freely, but with a huge catch. You are going to get spanked if you can't pay these loans back.
Truly, if I'm going to be paying, doing that, it has to be a really small amount every month. It can't be too big. I feel like $50 is too much, honestly. Anything above that is crazy.
But then at that point, like what you buy is probably really cheap, so you most likely have the money to just pay it up front.
Yeah, if it's not something super duper needed, like groceries or something, or a replacement for something that broke, but you don't have money to replace it, I don't think you should do it.
Exactly. Never know what could happen with your money in like a couple months.
Yeah.
Why the fuck didn't y'all pay back y'all Klarna debt? Am I the only one that's trying to keep them in business? Are y'all dead ass right now? Klarna am I the... I am pissed off, okay? Klarna?
Misinformation spreads really easily through the internet.
It really does.
Also, once again, if they do get bankrupt, it's the CEO's fault. Replace everyone with AI. No one want to use it at that point.
That just shows you that your job can be replaced with AI tomorrow. And they're already doing it.
And then your job could be gone by next year.
Yeah. Everybody's job is up for grabs, I guess.
It's crazy.
Yay, robots.
Ooh.
Klarna having to declare over $130 million of unpaid debt and potentially going bankrupt and having to lay off employees is sort of a surprise to absolutely no one, because you were trusting the motherfuckers who had to finance groceries. You were letting people pay their lunch in monthly payments. Did you really think that these individuals were financially responsible enough to pay you back if they had to resort to using your product in the first place? I feel like it was kind of an obvious thing that was going to happen. I feel like the entire buy now, pay later model that Klarna is trying to use doesn't really work that well on a mass scale, or at least not on the scale that they're trying to make it, because you have motherfuckers doing monthly payments on their boneless wing combo from Wingstop, and now you're surprised that they can't pay you back? Motherfucker, they couldn't afford it in the first. This is also partially why I think that trust-based societies are just never gonna fucking work, especially in America, because Klarna is a prime example, right? They trusted their clients, and they gave them the opportunity to buy goods without having the traditional credit systems in place that would initially hold them back. What happened? They got absolutely fucked, because they essentially created consumption without responsibility. You let these people self-regulate, and when you give them the opportunity, they're gonna screw you. Klarna tried to create a low-barrier, high-trust economy for the modern consumer, and failed fucking miserably. And now look where they are. Who knows if they're even gonna be afloat a couple years from now as a company? And things like this don't just hurt the company, it hurts everybody, because now the people who actually relied on Klarna, although if you're relying on Klarna, shit, bro, times are tough. But, now, who knows, the new restrictions that they're going to put, higher interest rates, yada yada, I don't think they're going to be able to keep up the shit they're doing now, I'll tell you that.
It's funny. It's funny, but they're not going bankrupt. The CEO is still stupid.
Really? It's so real, though. Because, it seems like it would be a good business model to prey on the desperate like that, but then, it's going to backfire because they can't pay you back in the first place.
That's why I don't get the whole, rich CEO company plan to make everyone poor so they got to buy their stuff and then raise their stuff up. Who's going to buy your stuff at one certain point? Nobody?
It's just not going to happen.
No one's going to buy your stuff. Now we're both screwed.
They're going to be just as poor and broke as us.
It's like Womp Womp, idiot.
Well, this is what happens when you have stupid plans.
For real. This ain't going to work out. You like the little soup effect? You like that? I like it.
Don't prey on the desperate.
For real. It just does not work. Also, trust-based, it does suck that trust-based business models don't work. They just don't work.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because someone always sees oh wait, I can get something for basically for free here. It's not a discount, guys. It's a payment plan.
Scammers.
It's not. You're not putting one over nobody. We know who you are. We have your address, your name, all that.
Your social security.
I know who your mom's name is. I know where she lives. I know you can put. Don't you put your address in these things?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have to have all of that information, because if you don't pay back your bill, then they're going to report it to the credit agencies and collections.
Probably how they get it. They probably sell it to the collections.
Yeah, probably.
Boom. That easy. Well,
exactly.
That's all I really had to say about this. It's crazy.
For you. Well.
Oh, actually, now there's a question. What is one thing you would use Klarna on, especially if it has no interest?
Something big and unexpected, I guess.
Yeah.
But at that point, I feel like with me, I just rough it out and I will save up for it than going into potential debt or actual debt.
Yeah, it's honestly for me, because looking at Klarna and PlayStation, oh no, don't do that, stupid. It's a small 1% of my brain that's cool. No, it's not cool.
$500 is $500. So,
for real.
Especially if you have a savings.
Yeah. And
you would be good for a couple months. At that point, just pay it right out.
Yeah. And the funny thing is too, I only would ever use it if it's something that needs to be replaced that same week, that same second, like I have a job, my laptop exploded.
Yeah.
Both laptops exploded. I gotta get a new laptop. I have the money for it. On a laptop so I can work and pay it off my job, I guess.
Exactly.
So that's all.
But thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, and please get us to 1,000 subscribers.
And please tell us in the comments, have you used Klarna for anything? Also, how you feel about their AI stuff?
AI.
Bye, guys.
Bye.